Welcome in to the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. In this morning's update, we're going to go through a couple different topics here. Obviously, we're going to look at XRP as it's had its nice little retracement back here, down 0.81%. We're right at that 54-cent line, so this is very important this morning. Is this going to be where we do continue this rebound on this back test? We talked a lot about it yesterday. Or is this the end of it? Right now, it very well could be an inverted hammer candle. And we've got about 10 hours and 47 minutes here. And if this is the case, this could be a bullish continuation. We'll see. 4 hourly looks a little bearish. So obviously, we're going to watch this and we'll look at all the options here with XRP. As we could be flipping a little bearish. I'm pretty happy and excited this morning. As I told everybody Friday, that I made a pretty lengthy purchase in XDC. So I bought 130,000 XDC, as many of you know. I bought it at 3.84 cents, and I have liquidated it this morning on this beautiful move up. So I know some of you messaged me, said, hey, that's a lot of money in XDC. It was a decent amount of money. There was about $4,000 or $5,000 roughly. But I sold it at 13%. So it came up basically, I didn't want to sell it. I would have rather just held it. But when it made the second double top, I was just waking up. And I did not sell it at 4.6. It's like 4.4. Something like that. 4.4, 4.37. But the reason, and this is just to emphasize again. So this was on MEXC because BITUNIX doesn't have XDC for me to trade in the spot. But I wasn't going to do it on Uphold. On Uphold, let's put it in perspective. If I would have sold this same trade that I bought at 3.84 or 3.86 or whatever it was, I sold at 4.38 roughly. That's a 14% move. On Uphold, yeah, I feel pretty good about it because I made about $500 overnight when I sold this. So, it was just a $500 trade that I made on Friday, sold it on Wednesday morning here, and I'm looking to buy it back once it consolidates back down. It just, to me, it looked like it put in too much of a head and shoulders pattern, so it wasn't very hard for me to just get rid of it right away. But when it put in that second wick and started coming down very quick, look how quick it did this. When it starts doing stuff like this, I knew on this wick that something was wrong. When it came up like that and then did the exact same thing, it was just too perfect of a double top. So I sold it in this body area. I don't even think I had, yeah, it was right here on this. I didn't even sell it on this green candle. On this 3-minute candle, when I seen it doing that, I said, fuck. And it was like 4.38. And I said, I'm done. And then I said, I know it's going to consolidate because it's going to build out like a right arm now. And that's what's starting to happen. So I'll see how much farther this comes down. Because I would like to be back in it. But I seen quick opportunity for some money this morning. And like I said, this is how I make my living. So when I find opportunities, this one only took a few days to be in. And I hope some others took advantage of that XDC trade. I knew it was coming up. I could see that it was ready to have a push up. Whether this is the only step or not remains to be seen. It is a little bit in the wrong territory here as it made that second push up. So we'll see what happens. It remains to be seen. But like I said, that was a pretty hefty trade I made with XDC. Put a lot of confidence into it. And I just felt like it was ready to move that 10 to 15%. It felt right. It looked right. Everything was set up the way it was supposed to. And it was getting ready. So I'm not mad about that trade at all. In fact, I'm very, very happy about that trade because I showed that to everybody on the weekend. How to make a little bit of money. Because we were down at the bottom of support. So, and the more I filled this out, the more I could see that 3.7 line was right where you wanted to be. It bounced off of this. So now my theory or my expectation is if this holds, because I would love to ride this all the way to the top. I would like to buy this back if it holds this 3. Where are we at right now? We're at that 428, 419. Right at 419. If it could hold this area, this is the pivot level. If it could hold 399, I might be interested. The one reason I did have to sell this as well is because when you start to form stuff like this, these are like bear flags. That means it'll probably come back down and rotate. We'll see how far it has to come down because maybe it catches itself here in the 30-minute. But I just wanted to be transparent with everybody. If you bought that with me on on Friday, that was a very quick turnaround. And like I said, I had a $5,000 trade roughly. And I had about 135,000 tokens. And I was able to cash it out for over $500 in profit from Friday. So good start to this week. I've got a little more trading funds here. Now I've built it up here with XDC. So next purchase with XDC, I don't know how much I'll buy. That last time, it was just, I had the money in the portfolio and I seen XDC was rolling. Now that I sold it out, though, I will be transparent. I took out some cash. So I was up like $500 and something dollars. So I threw $500. I just took it out in cash. I'll do what I need to do with it. So that's the way that I do my stuff. Now getting to XRP, I hope that was a nice breakdown with XDC and what my expectations are going forward. But yeah, there's big things that I still see with XDC. It's just that it's in a consolidation phase now, and with the rest of the market telling me what's happening, yeah. I told everybody on the live, be careful with the HBAR. Once that hits the top, there's going to be some very unhappy people last night. And once the ones who are up here towards 17.6 now, I tried to warn everybody during the live, like, yes, initially you'll be fine, but once this is done running, it's done running. Now it's down 24% from where we were talking, or at least from the top. And now it looks like it's in much more of a bearish bias. If it gets rejected on this 20-day, now you have to start to have a little concern. Now you're looking at 11.9, possibly 10.3 after. So we're looking for the back test on this entirety of this pattern breakout. Remember, no matter how high things go, they always have to back test their formation breakout. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Look, we came below it. We broke back of it. We went all the way up, and now we're back testing it. We're essentially just back testing it right now. It was 12.2. We need to come down to 11.9. I mean, it's so close right now. So we'll see what that has in store for it. But like I said, that's had a massive run, and you've got to be careful. Now let's get that XRP. First, I'm going to do the intro. Please make sure that like button so YouTube recommends this update. I hope some of you have made money with XDC just while we've been watching. Right now, it's come down 3%. But I hope some of you made money with XDC from Friday. I did get bagged a little bit because some thought I put way too much money on it, but I was very confident in what was about to happen. I knew it needed a little relief rally. It was just a little bit behind XRP's relief rally, and I'm very, very happy that it did what it did this morning. I'm very happy that I trusted myself as well at the 436, 438 level just to get rid of it. Even though in my gut, I'm like, I know it's still got more on the top if it can consolidate properly. But like I said, when you start building up a portfolio and you've got a lot of money to put into it, unlike, rather than just like a $500 trade right there, it could have made me $50 or $60. The fact that now my portfolio is building up and I was able to throw $5,000 on it, and then it makes just over $500. You know, it's why I said I'm not doing leverage, not doing it. I'd rather just do the spot trading. And if I do it right, I can have things like this. Yes, I had to hold from Sunday. Yes, there was a few times when I was down just a tiny bit on XDC, but it all panned out like it should have. Right now, XRP, and we'll get into this right after the intro. Please make sure to look in the video description below and or pinned comments for BITUNIX and or MEXC. They're both in the video description and or pinned comments. MEXC is how I did XDC trade. Let me put it in perspective here. To trade on Uphold, that XDC trade to buy it, it would have cost me $150 on the buy-in. It wanted $150 for that amount of money on Uphold. Then to sell it, it would have cost me over $200 with the profits. So you're talking about a $350 in and out it would have cost me on a $540 profitable trade. I would have only made a couple $100 on Uphold. That's the bitch part. I'd have been able to keep maybe $200 out of that $500 and something trade. Because it puts you at such a handicap to start. My 5,000 would have been 4,850, and then at the end it would have been back up to like 5,300. Then they would have took another down to 5,200 or 1,050. So you're talking about that entire trade only making me $200 an Uphold. On MEXC, it cost me $1.74 to sell out $5,500 plus after the profit, or with the profit on the trade. So it's very, very dicey what is going on here. So it's don't get caught up in Uphold's bullshit. Video description below and or pinned comments. BITUNIX, lowest spot and leverage trading fees in the USA. You can use it worldwide. MEXC is the lowest I've seen in the world, but new users in the USA can't use it. For MEXC, no VPN required. KYC is up to you. If you do it from an exchange to an exchange, you don't have to. That's only if you do it from a bank account to bank account. And the fees are 99% lower than Uphold. It's just that simple. And you'll save a ton of money swing trading. A ton of money. I wouldn't even have done a swing trade on Uphold. But because I had the luxury for XDC on MEXC, I chose to do it. And you all can see why I sold XDC. I told everybody I thought it was on a head and shoulders. But the way it came back down, it was just too dicey. I was waiting to see how it would react right here. To 398, I said this when I first started, and now it's on its way down to that level. So, you got to be quick with these decisions in these moments. But now my attention's changed to XRP. So, good morning. 9:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, April 24th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So, we take a lot of slack in this community, why technicals are so important. If you'd like to make, in a 4-day period, 5-day period, over $500 on a simple trade, that's the importance of technical analysis. The other importance of technical analysis is right now. Is XRP going to hold this 54-cent area? And is it the right time to buy? Because I've transitioned out of XDC. I already own XRP. But is there a bigger move coming for XRP? We don't know. See, this is what I am thinking, that this is what XDC just did. Now it's doing the consolidation. If you look at XDC, it went up. Now it's doing the consolidation. A little more hardcore than XRP, it looks like, because it came down in one swift drop. But it became overextended. So I'm going to be curious to see how this plays out. But I knew what I was looking at there, that it was going to be an immediate come down. XRP at 54 cents. It really is the question of, is this back test going to hold? And I'm going to show you the new pattern. I got no fear in the pattern. I actually embrace this because this pattern is starting to set up a little bit like what got me curious about XDC on Sunday. I tell no lies, folks. I tell no lies. But see, I already own XRP because I anticipate something massive happening in the future. It's just, we have to wait for the trials and tribulation, folks. I say this all the time. The trial and tribulation is what gets a lot of people to sell. A lot of people get mad because they don't think they're making enough money. A lot of people don't understand that there is much opportunity here. Much opportunity. I try to... See, the one thing I'm most proudest about being here is I am very transparent. So when I took the slack about XDC on Sunday because the whole market was consolidating, blah, 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 I just said, if you guys are paying attention, I already told you I'm not holding it past. There was like that 382 line in the sand. If it would have broke that, or 381, it would have cost me like 60, 70 bucks. Maybe a little bit more. But I really thought it was going to have that move that we seen out of XDC, that 10 to 15% move, and we got it overnight and early this morning. So, I feel, whenever I see stuff like that play out the way I'm seeing it, it makes me very happy, because then it makes me very comfortable in different situations, like right now. Is XRP going to hold this or not? Are we going to hold this? And I feel comfortable doing it like this. I know it could be like this. Yeah, I guess like that would be the true way to do it. But I feel comfortable with this setup because we can't be tricked. See, here's the beauty of doing technical analysis. If you understand the charts, you know what their setup is. When you understand it, you don't have to fear it. So XRP right now, I'm going to be honest with everybody. We've got one of two choices here on this Wednesday morning. One, XRP is going to play true, and this is going to play out like a, I don't want to say a symmetrical triangle, but more like a more bull flaggy. I suppose you could say some kind of symmetric. But if it breaks out of this, you're looking at somewhere around 56.6 cents. Just to be real. If it breaks down out of this, and this is why we have to be careful here. We know the technical target. The technical target, we didn't know the technical target, but now we do. And it's the rising channel support would be the new technical target. Oh, shit. That figures. So if it breaks down, the technical target's to retest that rising channel. We've already done it once, so we don't necessarily need to do it again. But that, if it comes down any farther, that certainly seems like we're starting to set up that kind of a setup off. So a break up, you go up there. Actually, we should probably put this down just a little bit because it's going to take a while to come up if it does. But just for transparency, put it right there. I mean, it would make sense it would make sense both ways. On the way up, it's going to retest that 200-day area on the 4-hourly. On the way down, it's going to retest the rising channel support. So what looks better to my audience? You're going to have to make an educated and informed decision. But that is what can happen here today when it comes to the technical analysis. XRP, little bearish to start the day, that's for sure. 30-minute time frame, have we got to show any kind of reversal? So no. No. Shit. Well, we all know if it doesn't hold 54 cents, this could be a drop right back down. First level is 52 cents, which is the technical drop point. After that, you've got 50.8 cents. Or 52 cents and 50.8 cents. And the reason why we have to talk about that 50.8 cents is that's the handle support now. If we were to break down from here and we had to retest, because we did break up, never back tested the handle support. So there is or 507 now in current terms. So there is a chance that if this breaks down what we're talking about in this little bull flag setup or symmetrical triangle, whatever you want to call it, that this could break down here. We could break down. We need to hold 54 cents. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We need to hold 54. Oh, look at XDC. I missed that bounce. Damn it. That's what I wanted. That was the bounce I was looking for on the live. Remember? I said I wanted to buy it at... Damn it, I hate being live sometimes. Or updating sometimes. That's the one that I was looking for. That bounce off of 399. That's why I was very transparent in the opening. Shoot. I knew it was coming up too off that bounce. I couldn't do it quick enough. I was watching it on the update. Well, good. Anybody who's in XDC, I hope you're making some serious bank here. Damn it. That was that bounce I was looking for. Sometimes when you're doing updates, though, you can't be you can't be on the ball like you want to do. That's why I was saying I was going to buy it back at that retracement at 399, and it hit it perfectly. Darn it. Ah, damn it. Well, now we just have to see how it plays out. But that, I missed my opportunity 100% to rebuy it back. Good. Now somebody else didn't lose money on the sale. And, or now somebody else has the opportunity to maybe watch this if they were asleep or something. But that's exactly what I wanted. That was exactly what I was hoping for when it hit 399. Interesting. Very interesting. Man, I'm so glad XDC played out like that. So I hope some of you made some money on XDC. I wish it would have waited for that second bounce until I finished this update, because that's where I was going to buy it. That's why I was doing that work at the beginning of this. I just was hoping, I was thinking it wasn't going to come down there during the 20-minute update, but of course it did. Look at that. Oh, man, while I was talking about the other stuff, it did exactly what I would have hoped for. Damn. And some say technical analysis doesn't matter. That's why it matters. Oh, I feel a little bit shaded there by not watching it at that exact moment. So, hopefully you guys made some good money on XDC. Hope you made some good money on XDC. I kicked myself right now because I was doing this update instead of buying it back at 399. I was already up 15%. I could have rode that entire retracement down, and then I could have bought it again and made the exact same amount of money. A little bit more again. Darn it. But hey, that's how it lies. That's why I say sometimes I cost myself doing these updates. Oftentimes I do, because I was watching this perfectly. I seen the exact setup it had, and now I've cost myself the double push, unfortunately. That's very unfortunate. Because I had this set up in a way where I thought that I had nailed this retracement. Now just be very careful because it is oversold, but that's a tremendous push up there the second time. I know it's come back a little bit already because it did it very quickly. It's at 4667. What did it come up to? 49 initially. Wow. What a move. What a move. That makes me so happy to see this. Because I know some people bought this with me on Friday, so I'm so happy to see this. Now I'm just curious what the hell it's going to do from here. It went up to 49. Now it says it's back to 467, 466. Wow. So that's very volatile. Very volatile. It's good to see it, though, that it came up that second time, especially because we just talked about this on the live. Even though I was unable to get back in it because I was doing, or during the update, sorry, not the live. At least it bounced off of exactly where we were talking about in the opening. Damn, that's disappointing, though. Oh, man. That was my buyback. I wish I would have seen it on any of these 5 consolidation candles. But that is what can happen, though. When I do these updates, sometimes I'm just not there in the moment. That's one of those moments where I just cost myself 20% by doing this update. Even though I already made 15% this morning, I could have had the double up. I could have just had the foreseeable double up. The boom. That would have been so perfect. So, with that being said, I'm going to release this update. Pay attention to XRP very closely. I hope that you made some money on XDC because I made over $500 today on XDC. It could have been over 1,000 now, as it turns out, because if I would have just bought it back at $399, like I said in the opening, I didn't see it obviously because I was doing the update. But I told everybody if you wanted to buy it, $399. Obviously, no one's going to see it because I was doing the update. But it absolutely bounced off of there perfectly. That's exactly what I wanted. I was watching that this morning after I sold it, and I really didn't think it was going to happen during this update. So I did the update. I should have just waited until after that move. But that's okay. That's the parts of trading. So have a blessed morning, everybody. Make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. And I want to release this so everybody can see what's transpiring, whether you're a fan of XDC, XRP, or any of the bunch. I want to make sure that you can make an educated, informed decision. And if you're in XDC, congratulations, because I know a lot of you made a lot of money from this weekend. And on that push today, it's been a spectacular moment here. So we'll see what else it has in store. I'm very disappointed, though, that I was doing the update when it hit that 399 level, because that was my buyback after I sold out at 15%. It came all the way back down, consolidated that entire 15%. And then it bounced out immediately after. Oh, man, that one's going to hurt. Even if it comes back down, that one hurts because I had that set up perfectly for a double push. So just pay attention to XRP, as we said, at 54 cents. Because now it seems to be coming down through it a little bit. So if XRP continues this push down, this rejection, if it is validated, and this could be a fake out, but if this is validated, this drop, this could open up the door to a 3.5% drop here. So everybody just pay attention to the charts, make an educated and informed decision, and we'll see exactly how this plays out through the day. I'll update you as we go along. Hashtag be better, do better in the comments if you made it till the end.